Okay, so initially you had kind of encouraged AD to do a stream, right?
Totally, yeah.
But you didn't have any sort of idea how big community could get.
No.
So it gets really big, but isn't that what you would want it? Wouldn't you want, like, if you're encouraging him to do it, wouldn't you want his to blow up?
Adam22 speaks on his issues he has with AD's show Community and Trell's show Back on Fig.
No, totally, yeah. Like, I'm happy for him, and he knows that. Like, I've always, like, I even, you know, in recent times, like, I've given him advice. I just got him a Snapchat show and like that.
Right.
Like, I've looked out for him. So the whole like idea that I'm like hating on what they've accomplished is not true at all. The reality is, anytime anybody said to me like you should be stopping what they're doing on Community or Back on Fig, no, I've never felt like that. You could go watch the conversation I had with Trell about Back on Fig. I'm proud of them and I'm happy for them, but also it's like I can't really let people do that again in the future, you know? But I have to respect them doing it because my contract that I had them sign in the first place did not prohibit them from doing it. So I can only respect it. I can't say like this is up that you guys did this and created your own platforms when I never had anything and I never said anything to them. I didn't have anything in writing and I didn't say anything to them to prohibit them from doing that.
Yeah, Adam22's right. He gotta respect FIGMUNITY for now, but every contract comes to an end eventually. I want to see if Trell and AD will re-sign with these new restrictions. Or maybe they already took smaller contracts. That's why there was a rumor they thought Lush started on the Discord saying that Almighty Suspect and Lush make more than AD and Trell both. It might have something to do with Community and Back on Fig.
I gotta respect it, you know? So it's like, if we fast forward 3, 4, 5 years and it's like, look at how Back on Fig and Community are just as big or bigger than No Jumper. It's like, I'm not gonna be mad about that. I'm proud of them. Like, and I'm proud of the fact that they were able to do that coming up from No Jumper. It's just that in the future, if I take people on and make them hosts on this channel, I've realized that the part where they create their own platform doing interviews or streams or whatever should probably be something that they then start building after they leave. And I've also just realized I have conversations with people from Barstool and I realized like, oh, they are under a very short leash.
You can't really blame Adam for trying to make strict contracts for his new personalities. Business is business. You can't work for me selling my product, then sell your product to my same customers. You gotta go out and get your own customers. Now, you can look at me and say, you're doing the same thing FIGMUNITY's doing, which I am. I'm just a small YouTube channel on the come up, trying to make it in these YouTube streets. Go ahead and give a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm on that long, treacherous journey to 1,000.
For you though, like anybody who's coming on board now, right? If they want to do their own stream, it has to be under the umbrella of No Jumper.
I mean, I wouldn't say exclusively.
So we're like the Community and Back on Fig, a lot of the content is kind of spiraling off of what happens in this building.
I mean,
to be fair,
yesterday's Back on Fig title yesterday was Lush got fired live on stream.
Right.
So it's not like anyone's trying to hide the fact that this has basically become like No Jumper meta commentary.
I mean, as a fan, I like watching different channels react to No Jumper clips, but whenever FIGMUNITY reacts to No Jumper, I feel like I can get the full idea of what's going on. They should find a way to try to work together.
And it's not like it's always that, because I'm sure that if they had something else to talk about that was just as interesting, that they would have taken that and made that the title.
So let me ask you this, because a guy like Milk74 or random YouTube channel A, B, or C,
or News to You,
is gonna do the same, right? They're gonna benefit off of the drama here, right? Wouldn't you rather AD and Trell benefit off of it? At the very least, they're kind of giving like more of a biased in your favor perspective. I mean, maybe sometimes not, right?
Sometimes it seems biased to my
because
favor.
like at the end of the day,
you see how Adam laughed? That's because they be on his head on both channels.
Isn't there gonna already be people reacting and getting tons of views off of the drama that happens on camera here?
And I'm totally aware of that, because obviously, like, if AD and Trell had nothing to do with No Jumper tomorrow, it's not like that's going to stop them from having a conversation about the next crazy thing that Flacco does on stream or whatever.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Like, I've already accepted that. But yeah, I mean, sometimes it does feel like there are narratives that get pushed on some of the other platforms that when I look at it, I'm like, okay, so I introduced you guys to the streaming thing. I am paying you. And then still, I basically end up just as fodder for conversation here on stream, you know?
Yeah, I think Adam has lost control of No Jumper for a little while. Now you could tell he's slowly trying to bring new people in one by one to replace the old crew. House phone is gone, AD will probably leave soon, and Trell will be soon right after that, and so on and so on. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and do whatever you gotta do for the rest of the day.